All right, guys, how you feeling? How you doing? I hope, if anything, I hope this Sunday, I hope this morning series, the Monday through Friday that we're going to do, shows you that you do have the time and you can make this work in your life. And even if you're doing this at flipping 9 p.m., make this your evening series, But my goal is to give you these classes, make them different, show you different poses, different things you can do, and hopefully you can take a bit from each class we do this week to integrate into like your personal practice all the time. Yeah, so for this one, we'll start right on our back. So go ahead and make yourself on your back and make yourself comfortable, right? So of course we'll start with a few moments of just like finding that center, welcoming yourself to practice. While you're on your back, so many options. You can either let the soles of the feet touch, knees go out wide, you find like that butterfly pose, or if you prefer just let the feet get heavy towards the top of your space, bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, and simply just notice where you are. Notice what's coming up. Ask yourself how you're feeling today. Start to invite those deeper inhales and exhales ever so subtly into your body, into your practice, into your mind. We often focus so much on expanding the chest and expanding the side bodies, but can you send this right down to your belly? So big, big belly breaths coming from you. No tension in the third eye. Keep that nice and light. Notice what's touching the ground. Notice the connection you have with this ground, with this time, with your space. Big, deep breaths. Just welcome yourself here, however it is today. It could be pretty, could be ugly, could be in a shit mood, could be in a really good mood. Just be okay with who you are today and where you're at, and don't try to change that. We always want to work on just simply being and simply meeting ourselves rather, right where we are. No fuss about it, no changing, no not being real, not showing the reality of, how you might feel today. 2 deep inhales and exhales together here. Start now with that big inhale. Expand the belly, expand the sides. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, expand the sides, expand the chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, knees come in towards the chest, interlace the hands on top of the knees, and simply start swinging side to side here. Could be little, could be big, whatever you'd like to do. And then eventually, you're just going to let those knees get heavy towards the left as you gaze to the right. Maybe those hands go out to a T for this. Inhale into this right side, big, big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Shoulders heavy, right shoulder's heavy towards the ground. Inhale into this twist, inhale space. Exhale, settle. Find some lightness, find some ease here. Be gentle with yourself. Inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale, knees are going to go right. You're going to gaze left. Find that supine twist, opposite side. Three deep breaths. Where can you send this inhale? And can you push this exhale out all the way through the belly? 2 more. Last one here. Beautiful. Inhale those knees back to center. This time the top of the hand, the palms are going to find the top of the knee and push those knees towards the top of your space. So naturally those arms will start to extend. So arms should be straight here. And then you'll find those knee rolls. So just gently start bending the elbows. Encourage the knees to come back towards the chest. And then allow them to get heavy towards the top of your space. Continue to make these circles as big or as small as you need them. Notice the rise and the fall of the tailbone. Encourage that natural arch of the spine to remain as is. And I'll take note of which way that you're going here. So and once that, you know, it could be clockwise, counterclockwise, just take note of which way you're going and start to switch those sides. I thought I might have like a little story to tell you about clockwise and counterclockwise, and I didn't, so it's been a day. Beautiful. Let's do like 2 more nice rounding of the knees, rounding of the hips. And then when you finish up that last round, I just want you to shoot those feet up towards the sky so you find your legs up the wall, and just let the hands fall where they may. Take a look at the feet. Maybe you need a pedicure like I do. Maybe you just got one and you're like, girl, my feet are fresh. Point and flex those toes. I taught a class this morning. I teach every Saturday morning. Yes, I'm recording all of our morning classes in one day. So excuse me if I sound a little tired towards the end of the week. But I said the same thing about my toes. I'm like, I really need a pedicure. So if somebody takes this class, ask me if I got a pedicure so I remember to do so. Bring the knees back into the chest. Hips are heavy. Feet are kind of going towards the top of your space. And then you'll actually start to rock the length of your mat. But do about 3 or 4 nice rocks. So I want you to feel into the spine here this entire time. And then eventually, when you find enough momentum, you'll cross at the ankles and you'll actually shoot yourself up to a halfway lift. Doesn't have to be pretty, fall, laugh, just get to that halfway lift with me. Inhale, let the spine find some length. Maybe you kind of shake the hips back and forth. And then exhale, hinge on down. So wherever you can grab, whether it's the ankles, the shins, wherever it may be, on your inhales, I want you to halfway lift, hinge from the hips, find extensions through the spine. Wow, no. Now, wherever it is you may grab, I want you to hinge from the hips. As you inhale, gently push your chest up, find a nice straight spine. And then exhale, bend the elbows again and come on down. So that's what we're gonna work for a few rounds. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep a connection to the legs, the ankles, whatever it may be. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, down. Beautiful, big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Again, big inhale, bring it on up this time. Push the hips forward, activate the glutes. Exhale, your hands through heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale through heart center. Now from here, we'll inhale those arms up. This time as we exhale, we'll bend in cactus, let the chest shine through. Inhale on up. Exhale, bend in cactus. Inhale on up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, find your plank pose, and hold this here with me for just a moment. So I'm going to give you options today. Either your vinyasa will be your vinyasa, or your vinyasa will be cobra poses, whatever you want to do. Don't second guess that choice. So as you exhale, find whatever works for you today. We all inhale, let the chest raise up, and then we exhale, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath here, so breathe with me, nice and steady, up and down the spine. Three more. Beautiful. Now we're going to work some sun A's. We're going to do about 4 or 5 rounds. So just keep linking this breath to movement, and I will of course walk you through them. So inhale, heels high. Exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hinge those hips. Exhale, crown of head heavy. Inhale, root to rise, bring it on up. Once those hands touch, I want you to exhale, hinge and fold. Keep this moving with you. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or hop. Find your cobra or your vinyasa here. Exhale, downward facing dog. No breaks in between. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big inhale, root to rise. Bring it on up. And exhale, ride this entire exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. This entire exhale takes you through your vinyasa, your cobra, your chaturanga. And your next inhale brings you up to upward facing dog. Lift that chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big inhale, root to rise, bring it on up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. You guys are doing great, crushing this out. One more round after this. Downward facing dog. Inhale, those heels high. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big inhale, root to rise, bring it on up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, break it on down. One more after this. Awesome job, guys. Last one here. Inhale, those heels high. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, half. Kind of feeling like I already said last one here, but bonus round. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. Find your vinyasa. And then meet me in a child's pose. Awesome job. So just finding some movement, finding some heat into the body. And now we sit with that. We sit with the movement. We sit with the energy. And just breathe for me here. Push into this left palm. Allow the left forearm to raise just slightly as you sneak this right hand up towards the left side of your space. Crown of head heavy. Weight into this right shoulder. Go ahead and start to release that bind. So gently push into this right hand. Raise that right forearm up. Exhale, thread left hand towards the right. Heaviness in this left shoulder. Come back to that child's pose-like position, and then you'll inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now it's our right leg. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right leg middle of mat. So middle of mat, not too far. And we just want to make sure that the left heel is on the ground, and inhale into this stance. So this is something new, just a different pulsing movement that we'll do together. Everyone will bend into their left knee. So right leg is still nice and straight, and you'll bend into your left knee. Hinge, hinge, hinge just slightly. The moment that you feel a rounding of your spine, that's when you've gone too far. So only go as far as your spine will allow you to go. Wiggle around, feel into this, still bend into this left knee, and we're just gonna pulse here. So we're working the hamstrings, we're working the back of the legs, we're getting into the glutes. But I want this movement to come from the hips, hinging from the hips. Let the legs work for us. No work in the torso. And just bring your hands towards heart center. Always, always lead with the heart, lead with the crown of the head. And say hello to the glutes. I'm saying hello to mine. Beautiful. Inhale, rise on up. And then exhale, let left foot come to meet right. And then switch sides. Right foot's gonna go back slightly. Bend into that right knee. Left leg nice and strong. Inhale for length. Exhale, begin to bow. Only as much as you can today. Bring the hands right to heart center if you like that little movement. Don't forget to keep bending into this right leg. And then hinge and pulse. Hinge and pulse. And just focus on how this feels. Sorry, I'm being kind of quiet because that's really what I'm doing. I'm asking myself where I'm feeling, and I'm asking myself how I can fine tune this a little bit more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right hand, or right foot rather, meets left. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. And we're probably all over our mat, all over left, right. Who knows where our stance is, but wherever you are, just kind of find your way into your downward facing dog from here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Inhale, come into your crescent pose. So you really magnetize those thighs together. Bend into this right knee and work this back left leg. So make this left leg work for you. Square those hips towards the top of your space. Palms face one another. I was thinking about saying face, but I knew I had to say space first. So you guys got whatever that rendition of face and space was. And hopefully me just blabbing kind of made you forget about this crescent lunge we're all in, right? We wish. Inhale up. Warrior 2 is where we're going. On your exhale, drop your back heel. Arms come out to a D. Gentle gaze over this right hand. Roll those shoulders up and away. Breathe with me here. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, star pose. You straighten both legs, pivot toes left, heels right, and bend into this find your goddess pose. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys because why would I do that? I hate this pose. So I love it and I hate it, mostly hate it. So I make it comfortable where I can, meaning this is why my hands are interlaced by my head. I'm letting my head rest in my hands. I'm swaying just to get used to this pose. I'm not forcing what's not happening yet. Maybe for you, it means your hands go on to the thighs. Just breathe into this with me. Allow the knees to track open. Allow the hips to get heavy. Spine stays nice and straight. You got this. Inhale back to your star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. One more. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend back into this front right knee. And then cartwheel those hands down. Pivot off that left heel. You're in your runner's lunge. Just move with me here a little bit. We're either going to do our traditional pyramid or our modified pyramid. Traditional pyramid, easy. Bump this left foot up, let that left heel come down. Modified pyramid, just straighten your right leg. Really, really push on the top of the left sole of the foot. That left heel is high, and then bow down. Totally up to you, your practice, right? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. And just notice the differences in the side. Notice how this feels for you. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, heavy hips, settle down. Big inhale, palms facing one another. Exhale, melt. Breathe into this, square the hips. Let the hips get heavy. Bring some integrity into the spine. Shoulders roll up away from the ears. Beautiful job. Last inhale. Warrior 2 on that exhale. Drop your back right heel. Gaze over that left hand. Hips kind of squared towards the right corner of your space. Settle in. Breathe with me here. Subtle gaze, subtle drishti. Find some life. Find that warrior power we all have with us today. Beautiful job. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, toes to the left, heels out, goddess. And for this goddess, we're gonna do this together. We got this. We can do goddess, right? Bring the hands kind of towards the height of your shoulders. Just bring them on out for a moment. Try to find some stillness here. Trust me, I'm doing this with y'all. Try to find some stillness. Close the eyes, breathe into this, activate the glutes, push those knees up. Breathe with me here. You got this. We are goddesses. We are gods. We have power. We can do this. Bring those hands to heart center. And for a count of 10, let's find stillness together here. You totally have this. Big inhales and exhales for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job, guys. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Bend into this left heel, left knee. Exhale, cartwheel, hands down. Pivot off that right heel, runner's lunge. Sway back and forth. And your pyramid, right? Modified or traditional. If you're doing modified, I promise you the secret is just pushing into these the back right toes like crazy and letting that right heel get high and fold over this left leg. Breathing here. Steady mind, steady breath, nice straight spine, hinging from the hips. Beautiful. Bring those palms to the mat. Find that downward facing dog. Now from here, look in between the palms, in between the thumbs. You'll inhale into your upward facing dog. Untuck those toes and then exhale, thighs touch the ground. Thighs are heavy to the mat here. And just close your eyes, sway from side to side. And then exhale, let the hips come towards the heels like you're going to a child's pose, but the torso stays up for a moment. Close your eyes, sway with me. Find your breath, find some ease. And then we'll make our way to our seat. So go ahead and push those feet towards the top of your space. We'll work some forward folds in here today. So flex the toes towards the face. Move that lusciousness, that gushiness up and under from the bum. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hinge and fold down. Find a nice fold. Always note your knees can be very well bent. You can have a very generous bend into the knees if that would feel better. Just let the head get heavy, crown of the head heavy. Breathing into the back body. Inhale back up. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. You'll find your butterfly pose. Please note the heels can be as close as you possibly can get them to the thighs, or they can come out if that would feel better. I want you to find what works for you. Thumbs are going to come into the inner arch of the feet. Other four fingers towards the top of the feet. I want you to act like you're opening up a book with the thumbs, right? So you're opening up a book. You're letting those inner arches go away from one another. And then we inhale high, nice and straight. And then exhale, bend down, hunch over. Fun fact, at least in my practice and how I teach, one of the only seated folds that you encourage a hunch like this, right? So you're really just hunching on in, letting the crown of the head get heavy. And I love this pose because the forearms help you out so much, so much. Let the forearms push into the knees a bit. I guarantee that's going to help you open up your heels. Your hips. Sorry, guys. When I first started this yoga channel, I was so hard on myself with making sure the class was perfect and redoing and re-editing and trying to get out the mistakes and the laughs and the noises and all that crazy mumbo jumbo. And I don't know what it was that finally clicked with me. Go ahead and come on up really quick. Extend the legs out long. Maybe you just kind of push the thighs into the ground, whatever, it might feel good. And then I want you to invite the right knee up, sole of the foot, right sole of the foot on the ground. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, let this left forearm grab the right knee. Right hand goes behind. Now I'll finish my story. I just used to be so hard on myself of wanting this to be so perfect for whoever would watch this because let's be real, people are really mean on the internet. And I'm just sharing what I love with you guys. So I try my best to make it good. But anyways, I don't know what it was that clicked with me one day, but I was if these people who do watch these videos and who do enjoy coming back were to take a class with me in real life, they're going to get all the effing mistakes that I do in real life anyway. So keep them in here. And that's what I'm doing. So my mistakes, my lefts, my rights, I do that not all the time, but it happens. So I'm not going to act like that doesn't happen on my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out. just shake it out a little bit. I like to like move before I find that very like soft and still pose. Just kind of sway a little bit. And then when you're ready, bring the left foot in to meet the right thigh in some capacity. And you're gonna let this right forearm hug the left knee. Left hand goes behind. And honestly, you guys, I appreciate and love each and every one of you so much for commenting on my videos, showing them to other people, showing up, because you guys keep me doing this, right? As much as I keep you doing yoga, you keep me doing these videos. So I can never thank you enough. And yeah, I just appreciate you dealing with my mistakes, because I'm human and those happen sometimes. Inhale back towards the center. Let that left leg go meet the right. And then exhale slowly, meet me onto your backs. And then once you arrive there, let's find our happy baby right away. So those hips are definitely warmed up, heels warmed up, thighs, all that good stuff. So go ahead and find your your full happy baby. For me today, I don't really feel like kind of moving left, right, up, down, but that doesn't mean that you can't. So if you want to extend those legs out long, find some swaying through the hips, please do so here. Then inhale, let the legs come towards the sky. Release that bind that you do have with the hands. And we'll come to our shoulder. So you can stay here if you want to. You don't have to do anything else, and you can just get ready to find your Savasana. If you want to do plow or shoulder stance, let's do that together. So you'll firmly press into the forearms. You'll press into the elbows, and you'll lift the hips up slowly, right? My mic's like in the way, so this is a terrible demonstration, but you get the gist. So you'll lift the hips up. I like to think of my hands like grabbing like, pockets if they were this high onto the back of your jeans, your leggings, whatever it is. And ideally you want to get a nice straight stacking of the legs, the spine, all that good stuff. I never want you to gaze left or right in this pose. I want you to gaze right towards the stomach, right towards whatever you can, because we want to protect the neck. So this is our shoulder stance. You can stay here. If you want to find plow, that's when you let the feet get heavy behind you. So the feet get heavy. They never have to touch the ground. If they don't, they don't. That's okay. But this is still your plow pose. Your legs can be extended out long, or you can always bend at the knees. Find an introverted space here. So stick with what feels good. Stick with that plow pose if you are liking it. And just find a breath. Find a steady stance for a moment. And then slowly in your own time, when you are ready, you'll just start to unwind and find your Savasana. Legs go out long, arms out long. Repeating time and time again to yourself, it is okay to rest and that you are resting. Just let everything find a home on the mat. Back of the calves, the thighs, the hips, the head. Big deep breath together. Audible exhale out. Find your rest. Now I will always encourage you to stay here for absolutely as long as you can. But if we got things to do and you have to get going, just very gentle, loving movements back into the body. Very, very small movements. And take your time with this. I won't make you get up to a seat or anything like that. I'm going to leave you to let yourself gently wake up. It's always an honor to be here and guide you and move and breathe with each and every one of you. And if you like what you see, please always come back, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know what else you'd like to see here. You have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.